We are following breaking news here at 6 a.m. The 5 southbound shut down right now at Las Pulgas near Camp Pendleton. All 5 lanes are closed. California Highway Patrol is on the scene of a deadly crash. This crash happened around 3 a.m. this morning. And here's video of the scene. You can see a wrecked Jeep on the road, debris scattered across the pavement.
At this point, we do not know how many victims there are. This is obviously a terrible scene here. We also don't know the identities of who may have been involved in this. You saw on the freeway there, a medical transport helicopter was there on the scene. A video here also showing multiple officers, CHP, you have firefighters and many police officers there as well, all responding to this crash.
Yeah, we have a crew on the way to the scene. We'll be bringing you updates throughout the morning here on this backup along the 5. Glad you're with us here, everyone, on this Thursday. I'm Eric Connard.
And I'm Neda Irampur. So, yeah, the 5 right now, probably need to avoid that if you can at all in the Oceanside area near Camp Pendleton. Let's send it over to Evan Narani with a look at the traffic troubles that are now happening.
Yeah, it looks like the 5 southbound is absolutely going to be a spot to avoid in the Oceanside area. We'll take you a little bit closer to the scene. Purple on the screen indicating a complete closure, meaning that the 5 southbound is shut down completely at that Las Pulgas Road exit. What that means is that everyone who's currently traveling south on the 5 is being rerouted off at that Las Pulgas Road exit, and no one is being allowed on at that Las Pulgas Road exit. Better opportunity is going to be ahead of it, San Clemente, San Onofre area, to try to reroute. We do have these popping up here indicating that SIG alert that's in play leading up to that complete closure. Also being told that the exit ramp from the 5 northbound at Cristiantos Road is closed with an incident. SIG alert issued there. We're unsure if that's related to this, and it could be trying to get ahead of that traffic coming down from the San Clemente area. We were told that this crash came in just around 3 a.m., so about 3 hours ago, a 2-vehicle crash that likely resulted in one or both of the vehicles being engulfed in flames. So that is, again, right in the Oceanside area. We have a crew on the way there trying to get more information as we speak. But right now, it's a good place to avoid because all that traffic is being rerouted off of the freeway as we speak. We'll bring you updates when we see this reopened. But for now, a good place to avoid. Back to you, Ned and Eric.
And we have more breaking news that we're following here. One person is dead after drowning at Pacific Beach. It happened around 2 a.m. The scene is right next to PB Pier. Video showing San Diego Fire Department, the police there on the beach with this area roped off by caution tape.
Oh, you see a lot of people looking on there. There was a couple hugging. Obviously, very tough scene to see here. Several other people were there on the scene watching to see what happened. And you can see an officer appearing to comfort one man who's crying there as well. We do not know the victim's identity. As soon as we get more information on this drowning in Pacific Beach, we'll let you know. It's right there by Crystal Pier in Pacific Beach.
Tonight, President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump are facing off in the first presidential debate in this election. This
90-minute debate will be hosted at CNN's Atlanta studios. It starts 6 p.m. That's our time. A new CBS News poll finds 6 in 10 voters plan to watch live for all or part of the debate. CBS News' Jared Hills in Atlanta with a preview and how this debate will be different from the others.
Didn't take them.
Well, Vice President, no.
Can I be honest? It's a very
the unforgettable chaos of the 2020 presidential debates.
Justice, radical left. Would you shut up, man? Listen,
it's what moderators hope to avoid tonight when President Biden and former President Trump go head-to-head for the first time in 4 years. Each candidate's microphone will be muted when it's not his turn to speak, and there will be no studio audience.
The audience at home is going to be better able to make its own judgments.
Kathleen Hall Jamieson heads up the Annenberg Public Policy Center at the University of Pennsylvania. She says research shows audience reactions can influence how at-home viewers feel about a debate, like this moment from 84's Reagan-Mondale debate.
I am not going to exploit for political purposes my opponent's youth and inexperience.
Those who heard the audience laugh in response were more likely to approve of Reagan's response and to evaluate him more favorably.
Well, polls show that most voters are pretty locked in on whether they would support former President Trump or President Biden. Analysts say there's still something to learn from this debate.
A new CBS News poll finds some voters will watch to see whether the 2 oldest presumptive White House nominees in history have the mental and cognitive health to serve. 1 in 5 plan to watch because they're undecided.
And I'm definitely planning on watching it and kind of hearing from both sides, how are they going to help the country and help the people.
Most Democratic voters want Biden to strike a forceful tone, while most Republican voters want Trump to be polite. Jared Hill, CBS News, Atlanta.
The moderators will be CNN anchors Jake Tapper and Dana Bash. Candidates will have 2 minutes to answer questions.
And CNN reports that at the moderator's discretion, candidates may be allowed an additional minute for follow-ups, clarifications, or responses. No props or pre-written notes will be allowed on the stage, but both candidates will be given a pen and a pad of paper.
Some experts say that having no studio audience will hurt Trump, who typically feeds off a crowd. Others predict it will make his performance stronger. CBS 8's Marcella Lee interviews CBS 8 political analyst Wendy Patrick about the impact of a lack of studio audience. Listen.
Both candidates are used to feeding off of the crowd.
Right.
There will be no crowd. But you think about how that might benefit both and that they'll actually be able to focus on bringing the A game that they're both preparing to do right now.
A coin flip determined that Biden will stand at the podium on the right side of the television screen and Trump will get the final word of the night. And heads up, you can watch the CNN presidential debate simulcast tonight at 6 p.m. right here on CBS 8. It will also be streaming on CBS 8 Plus, which is available on Apple TV, Roku, and Fire TV.
Right now, thousands of people are back in their homes after they had to evacuate Tuesday because of a brush fire in Del Mar Heights, the one many of you saw the smoke from. Well, we do have an update. As of last night, the fire is now 80% contained. So great news. They have a line around it. It remains at 23 acres. It did not grow at all yesterday. All roads are open. All evacuation orders have been lifted. Everyone allowed back home. Now, on Tuesday, 2,500 people were told to get out of their homes. 1,400 others got warnings to do so. Also, right now, the Los Angeles County Fire Department is working to contain a brush fire threatening homes in northern LA. Crews are calling this one the Columbia Fire. It started yesterday afternoon. Look at that aerial video there. It's currently burning in Antelope Acres. It's known to be a pretty rural area. You see a lot of that dry, browning brush. Right now, the fire is at 350 acres. Firefighters do not believe anyone has been injured by this. It is unclear what started this fire.
In just a couple of hours here, Sandag is breaking ground on the construction of a new bikeway in southeastern San Diego. The bikeway will be on Imperial Avenue between 17th Street and 47th Street. Sandag says the new 3.5-mile bikeway will help create safer streets for pedestrians and cyclists. This is part of the organization's regional bike plan and is one of 16 bikeway projects now underway. About $25 million in state and local funds is set aside for this project. Also today, it's the San Diego Humane Society's annual Day of Giving. The organization cares for more than 40,000 pets and wild animals every year. Right now, they're hoping to raise about $910,000. Donations will provide animals with safe shelter, veterinary care, and rescue during natural disasters. You can find more information on how to donate at sdhumane.org.
And the time right now, 6:08. I will say yesterday was quite nice.
Yes.
It felt good. It wasn't too hot.
More mild.
Yeah.
More mild, fair. Those are all good words to describe what took place yesterday, what's going to take place today, and even tomorrow. So we have this 3-day stretch, Wednesday through Friday, where temperatures are a bit more mild, conditions are moderate. We've got that marine layer with us. We had it yesterday morning, and we've got it again on hand this morning. So what we see is that those clouds are not all that dense. They're going to be very quick to pull back and to break apart to give us that sunshine by 8, 9 a.m. And then we'll be seeing those warmer temperatures come about by the upcoming weekend. 73 this afternoon along the coast. That is right on par with average. So average is 73 along our coastline. 83 inland. That is close to average. In some cases, depending on where you are, if you're toward the western valleys, that's a little cooler than average. If you're across the eastern valleys, well, average would be closer to about 88 degrees. And we will get there. Because remember, these numbers are averages of those microclimates. So inland, we'll see plenty of spots above 83 for this afternoon. In fact, as you get toward the mountains, we're closer to 88. Deserts, 110 this afternoon, staying hot. Take a look at your current temperatures out the door, mostly in the 60s, couple 50s out there, which we did not have earlier this week. Earlier this week, we were pretty much in the upper 60s and low 70s overnight. Now we're at 58 degrees in Ramona, a little bit cooler, 63 in El Cajon, 65 in Del Mar, and 66 in Carlsbad. We stay cool for today and tomorrow, and then we'll see those temperatures climb. The next heat wave coming for Sunday and Monday. That's where we see those temperatures start to build once again. It's 6:10 right now. Let's take a look at how traffic is shaping up this morning. We want to take you back to that crash because aside from this, there's not a ton going on in traffic. So this is up in the Oceanside area. We got the call around 3 a.m. today of a fatality involving 2 vehicles. Right now, the Las Pulgas Road off-ramp is closed. Las Pulgas Road off-ramp is what's being used to reroute all vehicles on the 5 southbound. The Las Pulgas on-ramp is closed. We see that this extends all the way up to about the San Clemente area. There are several other crashes, it looks like, leading up to it, CHP has reported. So this is a good area to avoid all the way from San Clemente down to Oceanside because of the complete closure and the traffic leading up to it. So Dana Point, San Clemente area, if you can get off the 5 southbound, that would be a better option to do so ahead of this fatal crash that we're still tracking this morning. Let's take a look at border wait times. At 6:11, 90-minute wait at the San Ysidro Port of Entry. Otay Mesa Port of Entry going to take you about 60 minutes. Ned and Eric.
Evan, thank you so much for the details on all of that. Coming up next, how SCOTUS is expected to rule on an abortion case.
Plus, what happened that led to a car to drive by itself on an active train track. And the new guidelines on who should get the RSV vaccine.
And CBS 8 proud to team up with SDCCU, Jersey Mike's, and the San Diego County Office of Education to stuff the bus. We're getting much needed school supplies into the hands of local students experiencing homelessness. Unfortunately, about 21,000 students need our help. So today through July 31st, you can help change the lives of these local students. Make the school year a little bit easier. Make a donation at any San Diego County Jersey Mike's, any SDCCU branch, or go to sdccu.com/donate. All donations will then go to the San Diego County Office of Education. They'll be purchasing and distributing these school supplies and those backpacks filled with the supplies to all the districts around our county. We'll be right back.